Hi guys! So today I am finally finishing this series of buttons that I started quite a while ago. I think it was well over a month ago, but yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to finally have all four of them done, and I have already printed them and I put them through the press and everything, so I have the actual buttons and it's extremely exciting. But we can get more to that later. Right now we can get into how I actually created this image. So I tried a few different sketches for this bottle, more than you see here actually, and I finally settled on this one where I really liked, I had been looking at photo references of crystals and just the way that they fragmented off, and it was just incredible seeing how these things that naturally happen in the world had these very geometric and sharp edges to them, and I just really loved that look to it. So that's really where the shape of this bottle comes from, where there's these different planes that are really sharply connected, and yeah, I was just so inspired by that, and it was really fun to look at the reference and really see how can I make that work for my art and how can I make that work for this particular application. And it just really clicked well with it, where I was creating a bottle which was kind of glass and it turned into something that I really was happy with. So yeah, and it is a love potion, so that's really where the shape kind of looks like a heart, and that's where that came from. So when I started coloring this one, I had a lot of different emotions and a story that I really wanted to tell through the colors. So that was really kind of interesting to have a very specific type of feel that I wanted to have and have a lot more depth in the colors than what usually happens. So that was really pleasant. But I did want to start off with very romantic tones to it, since it is a love potion. So I was basing it mostly around purple colors, where I wanted it to feel soft and loving and romantic, but I did want it to have much more of a sinister undertone to it. So that's why I made the smoke coming out of the bottle really dark. I wanted it to be reminiscent of kind of like a tar or a smoke, something really heavy and disgusting almost. And so that's really where that came from. And then I tried to include darker tones throughout it, where it feels very like there's something going on under the surface, since the idea of a love potion, at first appearance, since it's love in the name, it seems like it should be romantic and soft and wonderful, but it's really pretty horrible if you think about it. So I wanted to show those two sides to what this actually is. So I actually ended up really loving how this gold ring looked around the bottle, but I decided that I had to get rid of it because, for one thing, it was very obstructive to the actual shape of the bottle, so you couldn't really tell that it was a heart anymore, and that was really important for the whole story of it, that it is in fact recognizable as a love potion. So I had to scrap it because of that, but also I didn't feel like it was really reinforcing the idea of something that was darker underneath. So I decided to go with the same golden look to it, which I felt still looked very romantic, but then I have these little skulls floating around it, which they're still very gold and they're reflecting in their light, but they symbolize something very sinister and dark. So I felt like that was something that was marrying the two sides of this love potion that I wanted to show for it. So I think that in the end it was definitely a good choice to get rid of what I knew wasn't working. And that is pretty much the final design for this one. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and the final look of it is exactly what I wanted to go for, but when I started, I really didn't have an idea of what it would look like, just the way that I wanted it to feel. And I feel like this accomplished what I was going after, so I'm really excited about that. So I decided that I wanted to go ahead and show you what the buttons look like in real life once I turned them into buttons, which was really the thing that I was most excited about as I was working on these, was knowing that I could turn them into these little tangible pieces of art that I could have and hold and stick to my stuff. And there's just something really rewarding about being able to have this like finished product that I had been working for. But yeah, so here's a set of four. I had four planned from the beginning, but the theme that they're all based on is magic potions and these bottles and just the different effects that I could have from them. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I feel like I learned a lot about how to design such a small image in that kind of a format and make it readable and look good. So yeah, I'm excited about being done with this one, just because it means that I can get to all my other ideas of series of buttons and I know that that's something that I've talked about before, but I absolutely love sets of art or like different iterations of the same idea. So that's something that it really gets me all excited about, is thinking about these sets of buttons that I can make and design, and I think that it'll be really fun. So I'm glad that I've learned more things as I've worked on these ones, so I can just get better and better at this. But yeah, I will have this set of buttons up for sale on my site as of today, so I'll have a link down below so you can get that. I also have lots of other prints there too, but yeah, so that will be down below in the description. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can catch all my future art videos, and until then, I will see you at my next one. Bye!